acabando. Comi ovo. Comi. Comprou ovo. Comprou ovo. So hello guys, here we are today on our next flight towards Brazil. We will be flying today from the Faroe Islands into Iceland. I already have almost everything set here. We will not use any departure route, so you just fly straight forward towards the north here. We are almost set with everything and we should be ready to go in no time. I just have to set the VetSim Unicom here exactly, and I still have to log into VetSim since I have forgotten that. I will be doing that now. The ILS here, the wind is already set. The EMI should also be set. No, actually not. Okay. We have the correct barometer also set here. And we will be flying. Let me show you guys where we are going today. So let's open the Navigraph here. We will be just flying a pretty much straight up here into Hornafjordur. Should be this the name of the airport. Excuse me if I can't speak Icelandic very good, but that should be expected at least. And the weather there is really not ideal, so we should be having to be flying in some clouds for some of it. So then we will take off today from runway 12. That should be this one here, and so we will just hit backtrack here, taking a right turn, then we take off. And after takeoff, then we just fly towards our waypoint. So let's get into it. Let's see where we are here now. Do we need a pushback? I don't think so. Maybe. I think I am just gonna turn the engine and then taxi it around. Now let's do it properly. So let's request pushback here on the GSX to see how long will it take. Should take a while.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Hello. Let's go then. We have the lights are set already. I don't know if I should start that. And then now we have a body inside our aircraft.
Bypass pin inserted.
That's interesting, at least. And just before we start, I have just remembered that I have forgotten again about our fuel. So we should be taking off with 152 gallons. Let me see how much we have now. Fuel. So no, actually here, for performance, mass and balance. We need one co-pilot of 70 pounds. That should take a while. Let's set you guys of 70 pounds here, and we just
release parking brakes, please.
release parking brakes. Okay.
Commencing push.
Okay, let's
All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Let's go. Okay, let's set here 170. And then let's set, yeah, okay, and then let's set one more guy here, 170 as well. Okay, that's it. And then we have 400 tons of, we have 400 gallons of fuel. If we go with kilograms, then we should be with 152, so that should be enough. I'm gonna go with it and see. Let's go here with a little bit of that as well, but it should be not so much. Yeah, like that should be okay. And then now let's just inform what we're doing. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is pushing back to runway
Parking brakes.
12, Papa 75 Juliet. Okay, let's set the parking
Waiting your
brakes.
confirmation for a good engine start.
And I believe that we did enough of a pushback. So okay, let's start the engine. And then let's go here.
Clear prop.
Everything is set for now. Let's inform that the engine is good, and then we will hopefully not destroy our propeller on this.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Maybe that's exaggerated. I don't believe that should be so. That would have to be like that anyway. And then we have a guy here with us that is, I still have to set my flight plan here. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
I'm looking here.
So sign in on that sim here and then set the flight plan. Okay, so now my flight plan is set, and we have one guy departing and one guy is arriving, so he should be this guy on the runway.
Bypass pin removed.
I can't hear him.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we are pretty much set, so yeah, let's start taxiing. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is taxiing to runway 12. So taxi lights on and the parking brakes off, and then let's start on the head tracker and let's go start taxiing. Let me fix it because that's not so ideal. Okay, that's better. Aircraft. We will not backtrack, we will just get into the runway and take off. We should have plenty of it. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is taking off from runway 12. Vágar traffic. We will be departing north. So let's go here. Mixture rich, propeller rich, landing lights on, and then take off. Full power. What's going on here? Why did the aircraft do that? Okay, so let's go gear up. I believe that we had some really hard when you hear something like that. So let's just keep climbing. Yeah, let's keep climbing straight like that. I'm gonna keep climbing a little bit more. Everything is set for now. I think the wind is really strong today, as it was normally. Just one more day for us. Every day is being really stronger since we started in Germany. We only have only had storms until. So let's make a right turn here. That is good. I think we should actually climb a little bit more, so let's pull the yoke a little bit back and a little bit more of a turn here. Yeah, so it's okay. Now we had some turbulences. Okay, let's put the mixture into the ideal position. I can pull the propeller a little bit back, I think. So that's a good climb attitude, and then let's just keep climbing in this direction. Taxi lights off. Okay, that takeoff was weird. I don't know why. But let's keep going just like that. Because why not? And as it seems that today we will be flying completely into the headwind, so that should take a while. I still need to turn these on. Start, enter. Set a little bit closer, and now for some reason that I have no idea, we are not flying to where we should. Maybe I was not paying attention. Let's keep climbing. Let's climb to 13,000 feet, 14,000 feet. Let's climb, that should be enough. Now I have finally set a upper position hotkey, so now we don't have to keep struggling with the mouse anymore. On that, at least. Yeah, okay, that seems okay. We don't have much land. We will be soon into the sea, and then off we go into Iceland. Today the clouds are lowered and we can at least see the sun, so we will not be flying in the clouds like we have. And let's set our altimeter to standard. Yes, just like that exactly. What's going on here, man? Okay, I believe that we should be flying just straight in this direction. I'm gonna climb manually into 14,000, and then I'm gonna turn the autopilot on, and then I'm gonna see what's going on. Of course, since we are above 10,000 here, we can turn the landing lights on, off, and also we are, of course, you guys can see it, but we are of course using a oxygen tank because we are above 10,000. Then the air should be really thin here. We shouldn't be able to breathe so normally. Okay, let's let the nose a little bit down, so we can maintain at 1-0, yeah. And from this takeoff that I just did now, I just noticed that maybe I can land better than I can take off. It was crazy. Aircraft just wouldn't stay in the runway. I think that we should have put more aileron to the right into the wind. I didn't do that. That's probably what happened. Just keep climbing just like that, and after that I'm gonna set the RNAV approach for our destination, and then our GPS should be updated and then start working properly. We are pretty much flying the correct direction for now, so that I'm not so much worried. Trim. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Have to keep climbing until we get to 11140. I'm gonna turn the head tracking off, and then I'm gonna set the autopilot to fly this heading that we are now. First I have to set the altitude, and let's go here with 140. Yeah, and then FLC 110. 10, yeah, 140, and then let's keep flying this heading that we are now. So the heading is here. Let's set it to 300. Yeah, let's set it like that for now, and then let's set heading, and then let's see here. We are going to fly today. We are going to fly today the approaches. We are going to fly today the RNAV. All the RNAV approaches are from the other side. Okay, so let's see here, runway 18, and let's do let me check something here really quick. Let's do so 180 should be coming from north to south, and then let's do the elbows here just to see edge route. Okay. Then let's check. So we will be at 7,100, and then we will start descending at 148 degrees heading, then 5,100, then 4,000, and then 2,900, and then we should descend at 3 degrees. And we also do not have any DME here, so it will be done pretty much on this chart here. And we don't have a RNP aircraft, so I'm gonna do it like I think we should do it, but I am not so sure. But let's see here. First of all, let's come here to procedures, then let's select approach, and then we are gonna do the RNAV GPS 18, enter, and then let's go Elgos, exactly what we want. If we do it near, that would also be I think we should be doing Tado. That should be better, and the minimums. So let's check again with this other one here to see what happens. What's the difference between them? So charts and then approaches. RNP 18. Everything is pretty much the same. The only difference is that we have to come from the left side here. So let's do it for now. And then the minimum, I forgot about it. So the minimum is 560. Yeah, 560. So let's go here and then 560. Yes, exactly. Enter. Go here and then activate. Yes. Okay, and now we have to follow the nav instead of the GPS. So let me go here with the range a little bit further away. Cancel. Let's go flight plan. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much what we have to do now, and we have maybe 1 hour, yeah, 2 hours something until we get there. When we get there, maybe we can do it different, but I don't think that would be a good idea since we are flying above mountains and things like that. We don't want to crash, so yeah. Yeah, okay. So now we are on cruise altitude. I'm gonna set the power to 2500. 2500. Okay, that seems good, at least for now. And now then we fly into the sunset. So how should be navigation here in this part of the world, since we don't have any DMEs? That would be something like oceanic navigation. I think that's different. That's maybe some different type of navigation. Maybe we fly here towards the true north and not towards the magnetic north. I don't know. I am not sure about it. It is really very heavy clouded here today. And for the first time I feared that this day would come, but it came in the end when we are flying against the wind. So we have 17 knots of headwind here, so we have to fly like a drifting car, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to accept it and then just keep flying forward. Yeah, not so much forward, but we are flying sideways, but forwards, yeah, we get it. I wonder how would that feel in the real life. When I came from Brazil last time, we flew from São Paulo to Madrid, and for the whole flight I think it took around 10 and a half hours, 11 hours, something like that. On the 777-300, so the sun was always like that, almost setting but never. Like, I believe that's why we were flying in favor of the time zone, and then as the longitude changed, we would like advance time. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's too philosophic, or maybe I could explain myself so clearly, I don't know. But I also got confused with what I said now. Not so much of a good idea to be always with the head tracking on. Seems like we are flying now sideways. Yeah, no, I don't mean like sideways towards the heading, but the aircraft is flying a little bit sideways, but that could be because we are burning fuel only from the left wing. So let's change here and see if that may change somehow. And I'm gonna also turn the heater on. Bro, the heat with the heater, we don't need it now. And it should have been closed like a long time ago. But I forgot that, of course. No lies. That should work. I knew that would work somehow. Today we are flying during the daytime, so everything is a little bit different, but I believe that when we arrive there it should be already night, or not, I don't know. winds getting even stronger. I don't know, maybe should we climb a little bit more? I don't think so, but maybe. I wonder what would happen if we were to climb a little bit more, because our manifold intake is already almost on minimum here. Temperature is good, the pressure is also green. Fuel use is also acceptable. We have the altimeter set into the standard. That is also okay. Everything here is pretty much as it should. That one. And our instrument here is indicating around 1 hour and 48 minutes until you arrive there. We will overfly the airport a little bit earlier than that probably. And we have maybe 200 miles to go. I wonder if we could get less wind if we went a little bit lower. I think I'm gonna try that to see. So let's descend to 100 just to see what happens. So we have to get the power back a little bit. Let's see what happens with the wind. Descending. It has increased to 7.4. Maybe it will get even further if we keep descending. Let's see. If it gets a little bit further, then I will try to climb back to 14, maybe 15 or 16. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet. I am descending from level 140 to level 100. Papa 75 Juliet. From what I'm seeing here, the wind is not changing at all. I really do believe that it is normal for this region, since we are flying now towards the west. Then the wind should be pulling us back towards the east, but 74 knots, that's crazy. At least I think that we will have a not so bad weather when we arrive there. I mean, it will pretty much be cloudy as always, but I think that the winds will not be so bad for us this time. Yeah, so the winds are really getting worse. Then I'm gonna try to climbing back to, let's try to climb 15, 16. Let's try to see what happens. Papa 75 Juliet. I'm climbing back to 160. Let's go full power, and then let's climb at 120. Climb like that just to see. I don't think that we will be able to climb so fast at this altitude, so I'm gonna leave it at 125. climbing at around 400 feet, 350. When we start to be climbing at around 100 feet per minute, then we are pretty much on our maximum altitude. So I will pretty much keep going like that for now, just to see how much can we climb. So that's crazy. If the winds are from this direction, and then we will be, the winds are coming from this direction, and then we will be landing at 180. Yeah, maybe that would have some logic. Maybe. I think for this approach, I may leave the chart open in this side so we can follow better the descent rate, because there are some descents and then holds and then descent again and then things like that. It's a little bit crazy. I don't think we will be able to keep climbing. Let's just make it a little bit slower here so we can keep climbing. Now the climb rate has gone a little bit better, and we have even more time to go now because our ground speed has gone lower since we are climbing and have now less speed. Let's keep it at 110. When we can't climb anymore at 110, then I will just give up and stay at that altitude. Let's see how much we can climb. So we have 137 total airspeed and we have 99 ground speed. That is crazy. That's what is worrying me more about the fuel, because we were supposed to be arriving there in a determined time, but I don't know if our flight planner has considered having so much wind, so much headwind, like 79 knots. All the tailwind that we had in the last flight, we are getting it back now. So all the time we saved, we are now losing it again. I'm starting to believe that we should be stopping at 15. So let's stop at 15. Let's stop at 15 and then let's see what we can do now to accelerate again. What is going to happen? We are so high that we have full power and our RPM is not flashing. So now we have stopped climbing, so we will now come back to level flight and then we will start accelerating again. I'm gonna pull the power back to 500. Yeah, so to 500, just like that. Exactly. And now let's keep flying. I believe that someone will our wind change. That's the only thing that I can expect now. How much our trim is trimmed, our rudder is trimmed to the left here. Let's keep flying like that for a while. Yeah, we still have 1 hour and 40 minutes to go. I just wish that the wind would change at least a little bit. We have burned a lot of fuel already, so yeah, I don't know how much is too much. I have no idea about that. bad segment of them. We're back on now. And this airport here has a tower on, man. Why isn't the guy on the fear here? So if he was, if he were, then we would be able to be hearing some people talking. So Hofnafirði is the airport that we are flying now. It is at least crazy. And I wonder, we will fly to this airport now, Hofnafirði. Then I'm gonna fly into Keflavik or Reykjavik. That would be the capital of the Iceland. And then after that I will then be flying with the same aircraft, of course, but then I will be flying to Greenland. Problem is, from Greenland to Iceland there is some ground to be covered, so that could be a problem. I am not so sure. Maybe not, because this flight now is like 2 hours and it is pretty much far away as well. Yeah, Europe has always the most people online. That can no one match. We are almost on halfway towards our trip, and the wind has gone even worse now, man. 83 knots. The aircraft is flying really offset now. On the also, yes. Our vet seems not liking so much to be online now. It keeps failing. We have 3 hours and 25 minutes of fuel. So we have actually our have here the wind component. Yeah, so actually the wind component was really 78 knots here. Steps here, so at 120 should be -7, but we are at 150, so we should be actually now flying at 80 from our flight plan, but I will keep flying at 130 because why not? We have 156 of total airspeed, but we are flying just 118 because of the wind. So that's what I just said before. Everything that we got from the last flight, when we had 120 knots of tailwind, we are giving it back now, having 83 knots of headwind. So it is pretty much even now. Yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to fly to some airport here on this area and then try to fly straight into Greenland, but I don't believe that will be possible. We have to check if there's any airport here around available. Maybe that could be one. There could be one here, since we see a little green, but I am not so sure about that. We will have to check later on. For now, let's just pray our fuel is enough for this path that we are flying here now. The fuel is now starting to burn more on the right side than on the left side, and as we are already flying with a little bank here to the right, I believe that shouldn't be ideal. So I'm gonna leave it burn a little bit more, and then I'm gonna switch the fuel tank again so we can start burning the left fuel. I knew that I was feeling something different here. knew that I was feeling something different here. What was I going to do? I've forgotten what I was going to do. And now I have remembered again. You just have to pretty much keep flying like that until we get there. There's nothing much else that we can do. And it seems that the clouds are starting to get a little bit higher. We have even more wind now. What's happening? Starting to wonder that our fuel may not be enough. Even though I believe that when we arrive at the top of descent, then our fuel flow should go really down. So that's what's making me believe, or have some hope at least. Our mixture is almost at zero. Airspeed indicator is showing us when too far, just like here. Yes, that is working. We have -13. That is also not so bad. Here we have everything set and working properly as it should. And if we would set some trim here, the aircraft would start flying correctly. The sun has left us. There, these clouds just don't want to leave us away, leave us alone. And there are some more clouds above us, so we are flying in between, maybe at 20,000 or more, maybe 30,000. There are more clouds, so that is really strange, and for me at least very unusual. But I have never flown an aircraft in my real life, and then I'm not so used to it, let's say. Maybe that is so normal that people see that every day. Could be. pretty much in half the way there. Should have to change the fuel again. So it starts using the other one again. And now 92 knots of headwind. It is happening exactly like it did last time, but last time it was the opposite. Here we were having tailwind, so we were not complaining about it. But this time maybe we can complain a little bit more. We have already been flying for 50 minutes and we still have 1.5 hours, so we have already 30 minutes extra from our first plan, and maybe our fuel will not be enough. I don't know. I wonder if we will even be able to get there with all this happening. Maybe we will later have more wind than airspeed, then we will just be stopped on the ground, or maybe we will be flying backwards. Pretty crazy when the clouds update, because sometimes it makes no sense at all. It's something that disappears and something appears out of nowhere. You just get disoriented. Disoriented should be correct. They are telling us here on the meter that we should have some gust winds at 3,000 feet and 20 knots of headwind when we arrive. So yeah, that should be a little bit bad. Not so bad maybe, but a little bit at least. So if we have gusting winds of 30 knots, then we will have turbulence. I really like that for land. With some adrenaline into it. We still don't have any chance if the engine fails. Can only hope. We're almost flying 90 degrees here. I believe we will even be able to fly even more offset than that. If we turn a little bit more to the left here, we will start flying backwards. $97 now. Okay, boy. Oh boy. Maybe if we descend to 8,000, that could get better. That's where our flight plan has told us to fly anyways. So maybe that could be a good idea. Let's do that. Traffic around Vágar in Iceland, Papa 75 Juliet, descending from level 150 to 80. So let's descend here to 80 just to see what happens. So flight level, let's descend at 500 feet per minute. The power really back like all that we can, and I believe even though we will keep accelerating, maybe don't have any speed brake, so we really have to be watching that. There's some land appearing on my PFD here. Should be Iceland already, even though it's very far away. We can only see that because we are really offset. If we weren't so much offset, then we wouldn't be able to see that. Or we would be able to see that even more, because Iceland is also here. To the left, straight forward. And as we descend, we can start to really slower pushing our mixture back in. If we descend all the way to 8,000, the winds don't change nothing, then I will be sad. I just didn't want to get into the clouds because we have mountains at around 6,000 feet or something, and if we keep flying into the clouds, that will be a little bit scary at least. Let me see the airport altitude. So let's check here. Airport altitude is 24 feet, and we will start the approach from 7,100, so that should have 21 miles, maybe 22 miles. Yeah, so we have to descend 500, 100, then descend a little bit more to 4,000, then 2,900, and then descend to the runway. Eight and 18. Let's see if we have this waypoint here in our flight plan. 8 and 18. Yes, we do. So it will pretty much, it also indicates our altitude, so maybe we could fly the VNAV here. But I don't think I will. I'm gonna do it manually. Yeah, so if we're flying at 120 knots, it should take around 3 minutes. And circle to land is not authorized at the east of runway because we have a mountain here. The airport is really into the mountains, but if we could land from the 36, that would be awesome, because we would just be able to come and land from straight forward. We would not have to do a turn and then descend like 1,000 times and so on and so on. But I believe that's that's how it's supposed to be. We descend in 3,000, then the wind has gone a little bit lower, so maybe at 8,000 feet will be better. We are now already below the clouds. I think it might be a good idea to turn the propeller de-ice, just in case. A little bit of precaution has never killed anyone. In the opposite. If we do small corrections on the yoke here, we can control it even though the autopilot is on. But that does not seem ideal. I believe that we should let it do it by itself. Should go a little bit more forward now. There we are, accelerating a little bit, and then our ground speed is increasing a little bit as well. So maybe we did the right choice by choosing to descend, even though we're now into the clouds, and I don't like that. I think it's dangerous. For a small aircraft, it's even more dangerous, because when it's all cloudy like that, maybe we could be flying to a CB and maybe not notice it, because we don't have so much experience, so much flight experience. So Yeah, I believe that if there were CB over there, then we would be able to see it because it's really big. But if we get inside the clouds here, we don't have a better radar, so we won't be able to see it pretty clearly as we should. And then it may become a little bit dangerous. Yeah, let's keep descending. It seems a little bit better, so we've had some improvements. Not much, but little. And then when we arrive at the 8,000 feet, we have to put the power back on. Not forget that. We shouldn't be forgetting that by any means. In a minute. Our mixture should be going forward as we descend. We are pretty much getting there. We still have around 1,000 feet to go. Yeah, and we have now 20 knots less of headwind. There should be good enough, at least for now. I find it crazy that we don't have any DME to follow. Maybe that's what they call oceanic navigation. Because we have a waypoint here that is a coordinate, and then here we have some more coordinates, and we are not allowed to come from the east side of the airport by any means, so we have to fly down and then to the west side of the airport. Yeah, so we find here. Maybe we will be able to see the airport when we are arriving. And I don't believe that we have to fly all the way here in Chutado and then we start at the turn here. Maybe we could just come to 8 and F18 here at 1400, then make it a right turn and then descend straight into it. Because from here until there we still have 8.5 miles. That should be more than enough for an approach on this aircraft. This approach here is more to a narrow body, something like that, I believe so. Turbulences and altimeter errors may be expected when winds in excess of 15 knots blow over the surrounding terrain, and that's what we have today here. So interesting. And then we are saying we should be flying at the correct. So wait a moment, we have finished our descent now, and then let's set the power to 2500 again to see if we can accelerate a little bit and then get some airspeed. 2500, perfect. So let's come back here. If it is IFR when we get there and we can see the airport or anything, then I am gonna fly strictly the approach here on the chart, because we don't want to crash into anything. But if we can see the airport when we are arriving, then I'm gonna skip some of it and then I'm gonna go straight into the airport. So that is already said. So yeah, we already have decided that, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore now. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem anymore now. We are halfway there, maybe a little bit less than that. We are flying into the clouds, we can't see anything anymore. It is at least now -3, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. And now we also do not need our oxygen tank anymore. Have 129 knots of headwind of ground speed actually, and we have here around 200 gallons of fuel. I really believe that should be enough. I am assuming that the 100 will be for both wings or both tanks, so it will be always double. But that's that I am assuming. I have no idea if that's what's really, if that is what's happening. What happened? Oh man, if that's what happens in the reality, that was hard for me. So with this information that when you have above 10-15 knots of wind, you should have some altimeters deviations, and turbulences just made things a little bit more interesting, since we will be having around 32 knots of headwind, even though the headwind will be coming from the sea to the mountains. I still believe that should be a little bit crazy. And from the wind that we are seeing here now, I believe that if we fly into the south, that's the runway heading around here, maybe we will still have some crosswind, but not like the last two times. Last two times were unbelievable. Last time I almost crash landed because we had a wind shear and I didn't want to go around, and then I almost crashed. I should have gone around and then I should have tried again, but as I didn't have brief the go around, I wasn't sure where should I fly, and then I decided to just risk it and see what would happen. I managed to stay into the runway, but that was really ugly, and yeah, I should have gone around in the end. So 54 minutes until we arrive, but our top of descent is only there. I believe that we have until all that to go, because we have to fly a lot past the airport, like 20 miles, so we can fly the proper RNAV approach here. But maybe, I don't know how the wind will change when we get there, but if the wind keeps like that, then we can stays like that, then we can just maybe fly straight in from the other side here. I'm wondering what's going to happen, if the wind is going to change or anything. I don't know. Our Navi graph is showing that the wind is coming from the south, but here it's not. Actually it's coming pretty much from the south, but yeah, it shows here 34 knots of headwind and then 2 knots from east wind, so it should be a little bit of crosswind here somehow. Yeah, we have at 180 34 and gusting 48. Then it will be overcast at 100, the ceiling will be at 100, and the visibility will be 3 kilometers, so not so bad, but not bigger than our approach. Our approach will be 21 nautical miles, so we should not be able to see the runway all the time. It is raining and we have also a mist, so it is pretty much a mist. Yes, that is what it is. So I believe the best idea here would So I have to pretty much come to Tado. Then we fly 5 nautical miles towards the 058 heading. Then we make a right turn to 148, and then we start descending to 5100. Then we fly some, and then we go to 4000. Then we go again to 900. 900 then should be the PAPI lights. I believe that these airport should have some PAPI lights. We're almost there, but the estimated time won't change. Let's change our fuel switch again. If we could just fly, maybe we should trim the aircraft a little bit, I don't know. What will happen if we do that? Yeah, I believe that then we will start flying off course. So let's just keep it like that for now. Maybe I did something wrong here, or will it correct itself? I believe that it will correct itself automatically. Pretty much seems like it. I was wondering about my next flag here. I believe that after we land there, I will maybe fly to this airport here or to one more airport that is around here. I have flown to it once, but I don't remember the name anymore. And then we have to fly to Greenland, but there shouldn't be any airports here. Anywhere, only here in this, only here I believe there should be an airport somewhere, but maybe into the flight simulator I can find some better options. I always use the flight simulator for finding the perfect airport because I am not flying to any of the mainstream airports. I was flying to the small ones that will be on our aircraft reach. It seems that we are flying off course somehow here, but we are. Fuel is almost on the yellow, and we have 45 minutes to go. I still have to find out. I have no idea, but maybe we would. There is a way to see how much fuel we have left. Like there is on the narrow body aircrafts. But that I don't know. I have no idea. No. menu. Settings. No. Back here. There is a way to get into some of the. Here's another menu here that we can go. Yeah, like that is okay. I am pretty much sure that there is another menu here that we can change. Section information, DBVR, no. Here maybe, let's see. What do we have here? Can change the Faroe Y. No, clear. So we have the minimum length of 3,000 feet for the runway. That is more than enough, man. Even though my takeoffs are not so good, they are even worse than my landings, so now everything's pretty much IFR again. We can't see anything. It's crazy, we are almost at the airport, but in the meantime we are really far away from the airport still. They're in the right tank, so everything is pretty much okay. See, that's what I was talking about. Maybe we could be flying to a CB and we would not have any idea. wonder how can I learn when I'm going to take off and then I have a strong wind from the side or from the front. What must I do so the aircraft will not keep it like wiggling like it did when we took off today, because the wind was like throwing the aircraft out of the runway. Maybe I should pull the yoke out to the side like 90 degrees, or maybe that's the only thing that I believe makes sense. I was full left, full right rudder, and I was not so much full on the aileron. Maybe that's what happened, but I'm assuming I have no idea. I believe that we will only start descending when we are pretty much on the right turn here at yeah, I believe so. We still have 85 miles to go, but this 81 knots here will make us take a little bit until we get there. Yeah, if we land on the other runway at 36, then we will have a pretty much a hard tailwind and we will die, crash and something. That is not ideal at all, but it would be ideal if the wind would change and then we could land on this side, so we wouldn't have to make all this turning and then flying to the other side, and then taking a little bit longer. I really hope that when we get to Greenland or maybe to Canada, we will not be having all these clouds anymore. Maybe it will get a little bit better. And then when we fly into Punta Cana and then Venezuela and so on, then we will have summer, then it will be pretty much better. I believe so. Maybe not. I will see. Maybe I will be landing when we get to Brazil. When we get to Brazil, to São Paulo, maybe. First of all, I will be landing in Rio de Janeiro, of course. Santos Dumont, because that's really challenging airport and I really like trying to do it. And then after that, then I would also like to go to São Paulo, but then I think I will be landing to Campo de Marte instead of Guarulhos, because the airport is pretty much in between the buildings and it is awesome. It will be awesome if we manage to do that. But first we have to win against this 81 knots headwind here. We are almost there. I'm starting to get worried because our fuel is already going into the yellow, but as we only have around Yeah, 90 miles I think, because then we will fly 70 and then we have to come back 20. But when we are on approach, maybe we will have a better wind somehow, not so strong, maybe 40 knots or something, and that will already make it really better. And then now we can see anything and just enjoy the noise of the turbulences in the cabin. It's shaking everything here. Yeah, I just keep wondering which should be the best way to fly from Iceland into Greenland, because I'm starting to believe that maybe too far away, and I just don't want to have flown all the way from Germany to Iceland just to discover that our aircraft is not capable of doing this crossing. I know that I should have looked at that before, but as we are on a simulator and also in the real life, then it wouldn't make so much sense to do that before, since we don't have our life at risk here. We are just flying for fun. I just wanted to test a proper performance in some different objectives, since I have just been flying from scratch of playing this simulator on the narrow bodies and the big jets, and then now flying the propellers. Really feels different because the aircraft is more responsive and more sensitive to the wind and so on. So it's crazy, but I really also think that it would be really nice to land the 737 or maybe an A320 into the crosswind that I had last time, just to see how it would behave. It would be probably 10 times go around, and then after 10 tries, when for the first time I would be able to come into the center line to land, I would just slam it on the ground and break everything up. Just get into the ground, inside the ground of the aircraft. The airport would become interdictated. So we are almost there, so I believe I have briefed that already 5 times, but as we don't have any DME to be following, it is a little bit crazy. We will have to follow just the heading, and also when we get to the end of the head tracking here, the runway has an offset, so we have to make a right turn as it indicates here. At this right spot here, so 1 mile before the runway, we should have to make a right turn. And 1.4 kilometers, 0.76 nautical miles. We will have to make a right turn before we get into the threshold. In the end, it will be better that we have the runway in use as 18, so we have to do some more flying here, more specific and more prepared flying than just coming in straight landing here from the runway 36. This time when we are getting there, then I will also brief the go around, because last time I didn't do it, and then I just slammed the aircraft almost outside the runway because I didn't know where to go, and then flying the go around, and then it was night and I couldn't see anything. So I just prefer to leave and break the aircraft than try to fly and then hitting a mountain or something like that. That would ruin my day, literally. We have to right climb direct to Denmark and then to 818 and 501, then left to Denmark and then hold a 2500. Turn before minimum approach. Okay. We have to climb to 2,500 feet, and I believe our flight plan also has that included. Yes, exactly. So that shouldn't be so bad at all. Then we will just fly straight ahead here, and then we should be out of danger because there is no one around here now, and also it will be on the sea, so we will not have so much of a trouble. Even though if that happens, our fuel will already be almost in the red, I believe, and then we will have another type of problem. But we will not worry about that now, because then we will start to get crazy. What's that now? It's the sunlight. You're just below the cloud. You're almost touching me with forehead. And as we don't have hair, which is that ice? Or is it rain? Oh, it's rain. So it's raining. Or is it ice? Yeah, that's ice. So that's not a good sign now. And we already have everything here on. So what should I do now? No idea, but I don't believe that's ideal. I should be doing something about that, but I have no idea what should I do. I wonder if the aircraft will lose lift because of this ice here. So the ice is on. Frost. Let's see if the defrost will make the frost here go out. Okay, I'm worried now because we are all frozen. Yeah, so we are freezing pretty bad here. That can't be ideal. I want to see now what's going to happen. Are we gonna have problems? Let's see how good that's modulated. If you are really going to have problems with that or not. Or maybe will the defrost work? So now I am. Okay, the ice here seems to be gone. But here we still have some. Maybe the defrost will also make the wing ice defrost. Here we have also some ice. Yeah, at least here on the front shield, the ice is pretty much gone. But here we still have some. If we lose lift here, we are dead. We're still really far away. This guy should go. I don't want him here with me anymore. So at least in the wing the ice is going away. So maybe that worked. If someone knows what should I do to get rid of the ice here, please let me know. Should I climb? I can't go lower because there are mountains over there. Our approach altitude will be around 7,100 at the start, so I just can't go lower than that. But maybe we could go higher to get out of the ice. I have no idea. What should I do? Yeah, it seems the ice is going away. So I believe the defrost has worked. Okay, so we survived this, at least for now, so not so bad. So our right wing fuel has gone into the yellow marker. That can't be good, right? Even though we are almost there. Shouldn't take so long now, I believe, but we are still. Oh, let's see, turbulence. We are still having a lot of wind, even though it has gone a little bit lower now. We are already starting to see some land here, so Terra Vista, as they would say in my language. I wonder if it would be better if I spoke Portuguese during the live stream, or maybe German. My German is not so perfect, but I could also try. Or maybe I could make a voting during the stream. Every time someone votes different, I can change language. That would also be interesting. Let me see something here. Okay, so the ice is still there, but not all. Some is gone. The airport should be around there. Most of the ice is gone, but not all of it. We are lucky because people have already invented the tow heat and the property ice. Because if that wasn't not non-existent, then we would now be below the sea level, because we would have already crashed. We are arriving, so in no time we should be preparing ourselves to descend. Let me just check something here. When we get to this first waypoint, how high should we be? 7,100. And here we will be landing at 118. So we will have to land and then backtrack. Pilots making use of PAPI should note that the on-slope indications may sometimes be seen at locations where high terrain or other obstacles. Okay. Our engine has died. Yeah, so our fuel is not looking good. I believe we will have to set some fuel here, because our fuel has ended on one wing already. Let's go back there. Let me finish reading it. Okay, so do not believe in the PAPI lights, and runway 18 we will have an right hand circuit, because to the left side of the runway there are many mountains. Okay, we already know that, and I believe I should set some fuel here because we don't have much anymore. Let's set here. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay. Now we're on the green again, at least. We still have 16 minutes. Maybe I will have to set the fuel again one more time. let's descend to 7,100 already. So maybe we can have a little less fuel. Who knows? Descend to 7,100. Let's descend at 200 feet per minute. And let's put the power a little bit back because we do not want to accelerate too much. The wind is getting a little bit lower, and I believe there in front of us should be our airport. So yeah, I think so. And then after we land there, we will have to backtrack all the way into parking, and then that will be for today. And the ice is just not going away. I believe that's why this land is called Iceland. I wonder if that's normal, that happens all the time, or I am doing something wrong. I have no idea. We're still flying sideways. The airport seems to be here below us. Even though I am not so sure. And now we have more ice in the windshield here. Maybe we'll lose our lift somewhere when we are approaching. Aircraft is starting to have some trouble here as it seems. I'm starting to get a little bit worried because if this icing continues like that, we will have some trouble. We don't want trouble. Let's go a little bit closer. Yeah, so the airport should be really exactly here below us. I really thought the airport was there on those red lights, but I don't think so anymore. The aircraft is pretty much getting frozen. I have all the defrosts off on here. Nothing seems to be working. The airport should be here. You can't see why. Those are some big mountains. Maybe the airport is here below these mountains. Could be. The windshield is frozen, but the wings are not anymore, so I really believe that should be a little bit better than it was before. I can't see the airport even from inside, from outside. Not even from inside. I believe we're gonna fly above those mountains and then we'll make a right turn and then start descending towards the airport. Oh, there is the airport. It doesn't have any lights. So as it is not so much IFR as I thought, I believe that we can fly it pretty much manually. So I'm gonna do something here a little bit different than our approach chart. What our approach chart told us. So I'm gonna turn the autopilot off and then I'm gonna fly it manually from now on. Okay. Okay. Let's descend. I'm gonna turn the propeller on. Okay, there's the runway. So let's descend. We have to fight the wind. Let me put some rudder pedals here. Let's go. The mixture should be coming back. Go trim a little bit down. Okay, that seems ideal. Okay, so there's the airport. I believe I should make a right turn. And maybe, just maybe, that wasn't so much of a good idea, so I'm gonna do something different here. I'm gonna fly over there first. And then I'm gonna make a U-turn. I have to descend like a lot. Let me take that out, so that won't mind me anymore. Okay, I'm gonna turn the landing lights on and also the taxi lights because they are really different from each other. How can I see the airport now? How is the airport name? Wait a moment. I don't even know the airport name. It's really hard. Húsavík traffic Papa 75 Juliet is on the circuit for the runway 18. So okay, that seems for now pretty good. I think I can fly even a little bit more to the left here, and we will have a really bad crosswind from what I'm seeing here. We can't even fly forward. It seems like we are stopping. We are just standing still. But it's okay, let's keep flying like that. We just want to descend. It's good that we can descend really faster without gaining any speed because the wind is just perpendicular to the runway. You can see that? So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I believe now we can start making a right turn. Here at 30 degrees of bank should be enough, and we can't fly. The wind is throwing us back. The craft is like stop midair. That's crazy. Let's keep flying. Okay, let's keep turning. Let's keep turning just like that. I believe when we get some angle here, the aircraft will just stop turning really faster. And then here to our left side, we have a mountain. So that does not seem so ideal. Keep turning in that direction. Have to keep descending. Yeah, that seems a little bit too much. Okay, that seems okay. There's the airport. Okay, that will be enough. Just keep like that. Keep it like that. We are still pretty high. I don't believe that's the best approach that you're gonna see today, but I wanted to do it like that. Because why not? Okay, that's starting to look good now. Okay. Like that. I think the wind's gonna throw us against that wall. We have to fly a little bit more like that to the side. I'm gonna put some power on here. I think we are descending too fast. Yeah, that seems better. I think we have to decelerate a little bit, so let me go here with the nose up a little, and then a little bit of trim. Yes, I'm gonna go flaps 1 and then trim back down. Power, that speed seems okay. If we have to go a little bit slower. We're still high. Let's go power back a little bit. Let's go. I think we can go gear down already. Let's go gear down. We have the propeller all forward. We have the mixture all forward as well. We have the flaps 1. And then we are going into the wind here. We have a lot of crosswind here today again. Let's go just like that. Seems okay. That seems okay for now. Aircraft's not flying. I don't know why. Okay, we are on a good descent rate, a little bit high still. Keep descending. Will we go around again? Hopefully not. We are not too much into the headwind, a little bit more like that. Let me put the yoke back on. Yeah. I think that can go off now. Okay. A little bit more to the left side here on the nose. Even a little bit more like that. Now I can't see anything. That's awesome. And we have a lot of wind here. Can't see anything. Okay. That's a slow, man. That's slow. It's a lot of turbulence, as they said it would happen. Okay, we will do it. We will do it. Let's go. The last trim. The last trim. Okay. Seems okay for now. We're still high. Let me go a little bit power back. We have to descend a little bit more. Even though the runway is really big and we are really just a small aircraft, so that shouldn't be so much of a problem. We are landing looking towards the side window. That's crazy. I have to go power back even more because we are still high. A little bit more to the right side. Power. Power. Okay, altitude is now coming. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. Let's go into the center line this time. Let's see if we can do it. Let's decrab and see what happens. Yeah, and the wind throws off their center line. We can't land. Okay, that was really good. Okay, now let's get into the wind with the aileron. Flaps back. Go to the center line, man. What the hell? That's good enough. Let's do an 180 here. Move to the other side. Put the propeller all the way back. Okay, that's good enough. That was actually pretty good. We almost lost the center line. I was prepared to go around, but then I managed to go back in, even though it was a little bit hard, but I don't think that's so much of a problem given the conditions that we had. I have full rudder to the right here, and the aircraft keeps going the other side. Yeah, that's a lot of wind. Bravo India, Hotel November, traffic, Papa 75 Juliet. I'm backtracking out of the runway and I report located. So we should be around here, I believe. Yes. Here are the green lights from the taxiway. That's some wind. It's almost flying on itself. What's going on? What happened? I have no idea. Okay, let's turn again. That's maybe the wind because I'm stepping on the brakes and the aircraft keeps going just like that. I have never noticed that when we turn the wheel, the light follows it. Okay, let's park and then that's it. Not so bad, not so bad. I think that in the end I should have gone through the standard RNF procedure. That would have been better. Bravo India Hotel November, Papa 75 Juliet friendly 18 is vacated. Strobe lights off. Then lights off. Let's find a parking for us. I wonder if this airport is really like that in Iceland. Okay, let's go left here. Left. Let's go full left. Yeah, almost there. Okay, that seems good enough for me. Then I'll stop. Parking brakes on and then mixture off. Turn the magnetos off. And that should be it. So let's turn all the lights off. And turn everything here also off. And then let's go outside. And that's it for today. We have arrived in Iceland. So that's it, guys, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.